institutions. Those was who brought you POS. That today you will go to the ATM machine, cash machine, there is no cash there. But somebody who is seated on the roadside is there with the cash, with a machine. They are solving a problem created by a corrupt system, a broken system. And then yesterday, suddenly, those who have been pushing it for the past 5 years, it started working. Just like that. So people have said that a lot of things will begin. In fact, they may reduce the price of petroleum now. In the way because the way things are going, right? It seems that Tinubu, that is receiving a lot of people jumping to his party, his miserability and his vulnerability is about to play out. And I don't think Bokwari would probably be happy with that. Malamu, that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. And when they got to Nigeria, he had to broadcast it in Hausa because they know their own audience, to announce to them that, hey, something like that. All of you, anyway, we have a trophy for you. He was so happy. He was so happy that the Minister of Justice of Nigeria addressed the country in Hausa to announce that they have kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. Interpol said they had nothing to do with it. Release him unconditionally. That should be what Umahi negotiate with him for what? To come out and help you. Make sure that there is no election in the eastern part of Nigeria or what? Because I don't understand. To ask him not to talk about Biafra anymore or what? Like you actually believe that, because I don't know what he's thinking. He actually believes that he will walk straight into where they are holding Nnamdi Kanu and tell him that, you know what, we want you to work for Tinubu and APC. So we don't want you to talk about the Biafra for now. But Ashwaji said he will take care of you. They offered Nnamdi Kanu oil wells. And yeah, you are free to possibly disbelieve that. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. But it is a publicly available information. When they met with him in Enugu, after they met themselves and arranged among themselves, and they went to Bokwari and told him that they have discussed with Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu will not say anything about Biafra again. He will not say anything about him again, blah, 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 blah. So they called the deal and they released him. And of course, it didn't take time. People who have been watching Nnamdi Kanu on the stream, who have become his, ardent followers, now they had the chance of seeing him physically. It was like an homecoming for a king. You all know it. It was so intimidating. Police, they were sent to go and stop one of his, one of his convoy. The police themselves joined the rally. They were taking selfies with him. It was, then they felt like, it's like we have made a mistake. We asked him that, what does he want? He's asking us to open up the seaport in eastern Nigeria, provide 24 hours electricity that is wholly Biafrans so that they can protect their land against the Fulani terrorists. He's asking us to ensure that the improved infrastructures like schools, hospitals are up to date enough that more and more Biafrans are sent to school. Again, I'm paraphrasing now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's demand to these guys was about 11. And there is none of them that was like about himself, not a single one. Every IPOB member that has been kidnapped and locked up somewhere must be released unconditionally. And yes, when all of that is done, of course, yeah, we can talk more about, and he knew what he was saying. He knew what he was doing. He knew they wouldn't do anything. I don't think it lasted a month after that. They sent the military to his house to go and kill him. For what? Well, they said they have a video of Mazi saying that if Boko Haram sends soldiers to the eastern part of Nigeria, the Biafrans will defend themselves and none of them will go back alive. So they say he threatened the army. I mean, that's a very clear, straightforward statement. That's not a threat. If you come to Igbo land and you kill anyone, any soldier, you won't go back alive. It was the one who actually exposed the idea of sending the Fulani soldiers to Igbo land, send Hausa soldiers and Igbo soldiers to, Hausa soldiers to Yoruba land, and send Igbo soldiers to the war front of Boko Haram. Sometimes just mix them up that way too. It was the one who made us realize that it wasn't for national cohesion. No, it was because those they are sending who can't speak your language. The order they will give them is kill anyone. So that when they get there, even if you are telling them that I'm not one of them, I'm not this, I'm not that, so they will still kill you. Because they don't even understand what you're saying. And it is intentional. So it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's so many things that he made people realize at the time that became even much threats to the establishment, that they thought if we couldn't talk to him, maybe we should just kill him. Then we just said that some unknown soldiers killed him. They also failed though. All for what? For asking for for asking for the end to the marginalization of his own people. I'm a Yoruba man, all of us get marginalized right now. That's why people said, those of you who have been groomed, those of you who have been socially conditioned to hate him, not because you've heard him, but because you have seen the cutout of some of his videos. And most of these things done by the same DSS and their Nigerian government to push the agenda that makes you feel like he's targeting you when he's actually targeting the criminals who put you in that situation. Everyone is marginalized in Nigeria. If everybody gets sense, the criminals are the only ones who are united. And whenever they feel cheated, then they will want to blow the entire country. And guess who they will use? The same oppressed people. So every region should have been fighting for what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. But you know why they won't? Their leaders told them, you don't want what happened to Biafrans to happen in our land. Something that is ridiculous. You committed a genocide. You called you said no winner, no vanquish. But you continued a Cold War in which if Musa and Chinedu commit the same crime, they won't get the same punishment. A system that you intentionally build to make sure that your internal Cold War, your unwritten Cold War that you are implementing is what you have indoctrinated into millions that will boldly, children born after war, where they will boldly tell you, an Igbo man will never be president of Nigeria. And then you look at the person and be like, but you are educated. I know what I'm saying. The Igbos need to learn how to integrate. Now, person will never cross River Niger in his life. Abiduan will never cross Suleja in his life. He will be telling you that, I know what I'm saying. The Igbos need to integrate. They need to be more, you see? Anyway, we want him released unconditionally. That's not too much to ask. You've embarrassed yourself enough. You've disgraced Nigeria enough. It is time to actually wrap it up. All this, you want to negotiate, you want to this or that. It won't change anything. An unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu and they expected a working system that everyone will feel, accommodated. Everyone will feel equal. Not what you have in that contraption. That and more are the stuff that will discourage people from listening to Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot continue to run Nigeria the way you are running Nigeria. and not see that there will be more of Nnamdi Kanu. There will be more. So even if you should do a mistake and kill him, there will be more. There will be brutal than him. The injustice that created Nnamdi Kanu predates him. It's been there before his death. And probably now his effort is to make sure that he ended it before he dies. So do you understand that if the injustice continues, the agitation continues? It is going to be from all the places. And with the way Nigeria is going, I don't think that is far off anymore. I don't think so. Anyway, let's put that down a bit. Do you all know that they are currently having a regional hearing on their 1999 constitution? Oh, they are, of course, because they are planning to do another window dressing, patch of that Decree 24, 1999 fake constitution. Nigerians didn't vote for that constitution. They didn't write it. There's nothing called we the people inside that place. The constitution does not represent any part of Nigeria except the Nigeria that existed in the heads of the criminals that drafted it. And since 1999, that they claim that you have been practicing democracy, democratic government of Nigeria has not been able to actually draft a new people's constitution that represents the Nigeria of now. Enough that all this agitation, all this, again, though, will probably have subsided a bit. Rather, they have been amending it for the past 26 years. Amending 1999 constitution. The more they amended the constitution, the more divided Nigeria is, the more or the poorer Nigerians have become. In the last 26 years, many parts of Nigeria has now been ceded to terrorists, courtesy of the ruiners of Nigeria from all places. Courtesy of this APC, Ebekebetu especially. So now they are doing another one. They have 36 states in Nigeria, 36 governors, 36 deputy governors, 36 state house of assembly. Then they have National Assembly, of course, with 360 House of Representative members, plus 109 or so Senate, the upper chamber. They have one president, they have one vice president. They have 774 local government areas, which also, as expected, have 774 local government chairmen and women. The kind of, the kind of big government that they have built has made Nigeria government as the highest employer of labor. And guess who paid them? The taxpayers. So right now, to solve that problem, according to those who are now amending the 1999 constitution, right? To solve the problem, then they will need to create more states so that more people will be represented. They need to create more state house of assembly. Oh, hang on, let's even give number. They are planning to create 31 new states if it passes. 31 from the present 36, taking the entire Nigeria state to 67 and the Federal Capital Territory. But there is extra. That means you have 67 governors, 67 deputy governors, 67 state house of assembly, which will have the speaker, deputy speaker, leader, and all of that stuff that you have to take care of. Then, listen to this. So, your local government area will jump from 774 local government areas to a possible, if approved, a possible 1,300 and something local government areas. Poverty capital of the world. See? The people that won't discuss referendum, the people that won't discuss regional system of government, the people that won't discuss a true, real people's constitution, they are interested in discussing adding extra states in order to stop people from being angry. Let's create more problems. Sure you get. That should solve all of our problems. The typical Nigeria criminal politicians or politicians ways. And in the process, they've started the hearing from all the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, from the northeast to the northwest to the north central, southwest, southeast, as well as the south, the Niger Delta, Niger Delta rather. So I've picked up few from their venues of the events. So right now, what they are doing is that people are putting in proposals. So part of the constitutional amendment or constitutional proposals that has been given as template for all of them includes creation of state police and, making it law. Giving power to the traditional rulers. This time around, giving them constitutional power to be able to constitute their own mini government in their own domain, which also will allow them to form this time around, like constitutionally form their own security outfit and have the power to, protect their own community and all of that. Everything to be funded by the taxpayers and loan, possibly. Create state and more. And for you to understand this contextually, right? On the screen, we explain to you not the existing state alone, but the state that they are planning to create from the existing states in Nigeria. So let's take the first one, Oke-Ogun. It is expected to be created from the current Ogun State, Oyo State, and Osun State. And it's going to be where it is listed here. They are planning to also create Ibadan State, and Ibadan and Ife-Ijesha State. They want to create those ones from between the same Oyo, Oyo and Osun. Ogun State, they are proposing to create Ijebu State. Lagos, out of Lagos, they are planning to create Lagoon State. So in Delta State, they are planning to create Warri State. As you can see on your screen, there is also a state called Coastal State. The Coastal State is going to be created from current Ondo State and Ogun State. So from Kogi, they want to create Confluence, Okun, and Okura. In Benue, they are planning to create 3 states out of current Benue State. They are planning to create 3 states out of the current Kogi. So in the east, currently, the southeast has put together. So they are planning to create Angono. Yeah, I think that one is extra. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extra 5 states. Aba, Adada, Etiti, Olu, and what's this one? Angono. I've missed that part because I've got comment covering it. And Urashi, as well as Anioma. They are planning to create Anioma State, also from within the current Delta, Edo, and part of the current East. Anyway, let's put that down. So like I said, from these venues of all these charts, the one they had for the southwest of Nigeria, Yoruba land, where they added the Ilaje people to the Ijebu people in order to create Ijebu states. Ilaje people are from the current Ondo states. And according to them, their border stretch all along the coastal line. So, but there is already a proposed coastal state. So today in Lagos, that created drama. When the Ilajes rejected to be merged with the Ijebus to create the Ijebu states. And from that too, to Enugu, where they were there to make their own reviews, hearings on the creation of states, as well as the creation of federal constituencies, senatorial districts, local government areas. For Southwest, They deliberated on, I mean, the Yorubas who have made proposals. They deliberated on the creation of states, state police, to empower for traditional rulers, and many other things. Now let's go listen to some.